Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a topic I've been thinking about for a long time before deciding to share, and I know many of you are searching for answers for yourselves too. So let's talk about the harsh realities of life after 60. First of all, accept that no one is coming to save you. At this age, everything you've achieved, all the accolades you earned in your career, none of it matters anymore. You're no longer the person people turn to for career advice or exciting stories about big projects. Stop burdening your friends and family with stories about your glory days. They might be great memories for you, but for them, they're just echoes of a past that's long gone. Live for the present and don't cling to the past anymore. But what's even more painful is realizing how much time you've wasted. How many times did you turn down playing with your grandkids just to finish an episode of your favorite show? How many times did you skip out on picnics or meaningful conversations because you thought you had all the time in the world? That was my biggest mistake, and I know many others feel the same way. But life doesn't wait for us. The days slip by, and our loved ones won't be around forever. And if you think you've got plenty of time, think again. I read somewhere that the average life expectancy for American men is around 76. If you're over 60 like me, then maybe 90% of your life is already behind you. 90%. What have you done with it? It's time to stop dwelling on the past and start living for the days you have left. There's no time for regrets anymore. Appreciate what you have and live each moment fully. But you know, what I've come to understand after all these years is that life is incredibly unforgiving. No one tells you that as you get older, there are things you'll have to let go of. Not just simple pleasures like enjoying a beer or driving late at night, but also relationships you thought would last forever. You'll see close friends gradually disappear, not because they want to, but because time waits for no one. It's like a Hunger Games for the elderly. One day you realize you're the last one left in a group of friends who used to gather so often. Those familiar faces are now only in old photographs. Those conversations just echoes in your mind. Every time you pick up the phone to call an old friend, you hesitate, afraid that there might be no one on the other end to answer anymore. Life after 60 is like that. It forces you to face loss, to accept that everyone will eventually leave, some sooner than others. And then you start to feel like an outsider in your own life. The things you once thought were important, like work, your career, or your reputation, don't matter anymore. Nobody remembers you as a talented director or a dedicated employee who worked for decades. What people care about, if anything, is whether you're healthy enough to take care of yourself. And that's when you realize that you spent your whole life working. But in the end, work wasn't what brought you happiness. Live for yourself, just this once. Remember, you don't have much time left. It might sound scary, but that very limit is what makes the days ahead so precious. Have you ever thought that you've already lived through 90% of your life? So why not use the remaining 10% to truly live for yourself? This time isn't meant for worrying about money or thoughts like, what will people think of me? Stop caring whether others agree with you, whether you're pleasing someone or not. Do the things you've never dared to do. The things you always thought, I'm young, I'll do that later. I used to think it was crazy for a 60-year-old man to buy a sports car, but now I realize, why not? Why not use the money you've worked so hard to earn throughout your life to bring yourself some joy in your later years? That car may not matter when you're lying in a coffin, but while you're still alive, it can be that little joy that makes you feel young again, free on the open roads with the wind rushing by. If you're financially able, try traveling to those places you've always dreamed of. Don't wait until your body can no longer handle a plane ride. You want to go to Paris? You want to see the lavender fields in Provence? Pack your bags and go. Don't wait until you're lying in a hospital bed filled with regret for the trips you never took. Don't hold on to your money just for others to enjoy. One of the biggest mistakes many older people make is continuing to save money even when they're no longer in a position to spend it. You know, no one wants to pass away with a pile of money in the bank that they never got to enjoy. Some people save everything for their children and grandchildren, only to find that they don't need it or they use it in ways you never imagined. Don't let the courts decide how to divide your assets among people you don't even like, people who might not have even checked in on you for years. Use that money to enjoy your own life. If you want to help your kids or grandkids, do it while you're still around, so you can see their joy firsthand. Don't wait until after you're gone for them to discover you left them an inheritance. That way, your joy isn't just a vague memory in someone else's mind, but a real smile on your face as you see them happy. Health is your most valuable asset. After 60, your health will start to decline. There's no surprise there. You might wake up every morning with back pain, aching joints, or feel like your whole body is working against you. But don't give up. Don't let yourself slip into lazy days just because you think, I'm old now. You can't stop aging, but you can slow down its effects. Exercise regularly, eat a healthy diet, and if possible, find a new hobby to keep your mind young and active. And if you can't find a reason to take care of your health, think of your loved ones. Think of the joy of watching your grandchildren grow up, seeing life continue to unfold. No one wants to become a burden to their family, but that's something you can avoid if you take care of yourself starting now. Accept reality and live life to the fullest. The last thing I want to share with you is to accept reality. You can't turn back time to be 30 again, but you can savor every moment of the present. Don't dwell in regret or dream about a past that's long gone. The world is changing rapidly, and maybe you don't need to try to keep up anymore. Instead, allow yourself to relax and accept that being left behind isn't necessarily a bad thing. Remember, life after 60 can still be beautiful and meaningful as long as you know how to appreciate each day. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that a change in mindset, even just a little, can change your entire life. So, don't wait any longer. Start living like you never have before, with all the joy and freedom you deserve.